All right, so all of you listening on our YouTube video, race number 1 ended by default because we had people drop out, so we had our guys bump right up into the B main. So we're kicking it off with our race number 2 novice A main coming at you here in just a few minutes. Good luck to our boys up in New Mexico. Good luck racing and have a safe travel back. And shout out to our boy Larry Tom, giving us an awesome facility. A little under the weather. Hopefully get him back pretty soon. And thank you very much for everyone who has volunteered to marshal. Volunteer marshals really kept the flow going here tonight. We're going to get everyone out here fairly early, given our chill Saturday lineup here. I'm guessing a little after 5 probably end our last race, even with our extended mains. So we can get Philip Meyer, David Benjanano, and Mark Rowan out on the track, and you guys can roll them out and check them in when you guys are ready. And we'll need our 13.5 sportsman drivers out on the field. Looks like you guys already are. Thank you very much. And we're going to need 1, 2, 3 volunteer marshals, please. You novice drivers are welcome to run some laps here. You guys checked in. We need a marshal on cone number 2 coming onto the straightaway. And then we need one on cone number 7, which is the bucket. And then one underneath the driver's stand. So 3 volunteers. We get 3 volunteers out on the field, please. Novice drivers, go ahead and roll them out. Run around for a little bit. Thank you, sir, for hopping on out. We're going to need 2 more. 1 on the bucket and 1 underneath the driver's stand.
Philip Meyer.
Thank you, Mr. Clinshaw. All right.
David Benjanano.
Novice drivers keep rolling them out. Where is our 3rd? There he is. There's Mark. Mark, I kept calling you Harvey for some reason. I'm sorry. I knew your name was Mark. All right, so in the 3 spot, Mark Rowan. In the 2, David Benjanano. And in our pole, Philip Meyer, on his first time out, sits the TQ pace here for our novice class. So you guys roll yourself out onto the straightaway and find your numbers and line up on the back straightaway. Mark in the 3, David in the 2, and Philip Meyer in the 1. You went too far, Mark. Knucklehead. All right, getting that 3 spot, Mark. All right, this is a heads-up race, so at the tone, everyone is going, but we're going to be courteous for our first couple turns. We're not going to run into the back of anybody. Oh, right on. Yeah, if you don't mind, thank you. All right, that might be it. That might be all Phil has. All right, Phil's got a little more in the tank. All right, talk about Phil Rowan, not Philip Meyer there in that pole spot. All right, Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Let's get it on at the sound of the tone. All right, restart. All right, so let's check up just a little bit through those first couple corners. Want to make sure we get a clean start. Look like David checked up just a tad there, and that allowed Mark to get in the rear end of him, but we will do a restart here. All right, false start. All right, novice drivers, let's go racing at the sound of the tone. Nice and easy at the tone. There we go. Very nice, Mark. Very nice. All right, that's what I like to see. All right, decent start for our novice drivers. Philip gets the whole shot. Rolls it over, busts up his wing. Hopefully that'll hold together for the next 5 minutes. Then we got Mark and David hashing it out for that 2 spot as they work their way through the chicane. Looks like David cut a little short, bonked off the pipe. That allowed Mark to move into that 2 spot. Just hold there, just hold there, just hold there. Hold, 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 and go. Oh, 2 and 3 getting it wrong in that center. Oh, no. David running some bad luck. Busted off a rear axle. He ran into that trouble his first go around, so he's going to have to take a knee. So it's a battle between Philip and Mark. Philip right now has got a pretty hefty lead as he works his way through that center section. 1 minute down, 4 to go. Modified A-Main is coming up next. Modified A-Main is coming up next. That's going to be Gatton and Wichman. Did Cody stay? Kevin, is Cody still here? Oh, okay. That knucklehead knows how to ghost on the mains, so I'm glad he stuck around for the main here. All right, there goes Phil by the start finish line over that tabletop. Through the whip section he goes, through the chicane. Over the double tabletops and onto the straightaway he goes. Little Tokyo drift coming on the straight. But no harm, he's still got a hefty lead there as he comes out the straightaway. And then we'll take a look at Mark Rowan in that 2 spot, working his way through the chicane as well. Oh, no. And Philip Meyer goes down for the count. You know what that means. Mark Rowan's going to move here in the lead here over the double. He's going to have to finish out at least this lap, but we're going to let him run his timeout. But he's got to finish this lap without breaking in order to overtake that 1 spot. And there he goes by the start finish line. Mark Rowan to the 1. Up onto the tabletop he goes through the rumble strip and through the chicane. It's all Mark Rowan at this point with 2.5 left, 2.5 left. Hey, buddy, a win is a win. He wins by attrition. Unfortunately, our pole sitter, Mark Rowan, out with some bad luck at the end, busting his car in that center triple. Little 50-50 grind out of Mark Rowan. He don't care. He's got the win in the bag. Flips it up under that second center section over the floater double. He makes it by the start finish line. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Mark's just out there having fun. He's going to put on a show for the crowd.
2 minutes left.
As he puts the first win for this young lad under his belt in the novice class. Sometimes being the last one alive is all it takes for the W. There he goes down the straightaway. 1 minute 45 left. David settling for that 3 spot in his early break, and Phillips going to have to settle for the 2 for his mid-race break. There goes Mark down the start-finish line. All right, Mark Rowan still out front in the lead. Got it all in the bag with a minute left, 60 seconds left. So he works his way through the bull turn in his all-black Traxxas Slash. Flipping it over. Oh, man. Grandpa giving him the business. Taking his sweet time, marshaling him out. There's Mark Rowan. Go ahead and take it, brother. Go ahead and take it. Go. That'll be your hot lap. You can brag about that hot lap. Yeah, just that time. You do it again, and I'll penalize you. All right, less than 9. This is going to be his white flag lap. So everyone on your feet for Mark Rowan as he comes down the straightaway. He's got that novice win all in the bag. Works his way through the center section. Yeah, you better not. You cut the track this time, I'll black flag you and disqualify you. There he goes over the kicker double. And over that floater double by the start finish line almost. Taking the win, Mark Rowan. Attaboy, attaboy. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers. Our modified 2-wheel is up next.
The race is completed.
All right, all you novice drivers, even though you broke out, I still need you out on the field to marshal your last rate for the day, and thank you guys for coming out. I know some of you are newcomers. Philip and David, I believe, are both newcomers. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you had a good time, even though you busted out in the main. I hope you all had a good time. We do race Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. as well, so if you're interested, come on out. We're going to need a handful of drivers or a handful of marshals come on out to help marshal this modified two-wheel. And you mod two-wheel guys, whenever you power on, you're welcome to roll them out and check them in, but we're going to need several volunteer marshals. Thank you, Leah. It's 3. Race 3. Phil's going to stay out.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Mark's going to go marshal his own spot. We're still going to need a handful of drivers.
"45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Hey, Mark, why don't you either go underneath the driver's stand or over on cone number 1 in the chicane? Let's not have you there
30
on
seconds
cone
to the
number
start of
6,
the race.
buddy. Mark, let's not have you there. Let's not have you there because these guys can get a little wild and wacky coming off that triple there. There you go, buddy. All right, we do need a marshal on cone number 6, and that should be fine for us. We can get a marshal on cone number 6.
Less than 5.
All right, two-wheel drive, modified A-main. You guys are good to go. Take some laps. We'll let Kevin get up on there. Give these guys a break. We uncharacteristically put them up towards the top, and that's just to help with our marshaling situation so we're not struggling for marshals later on in the day. So take your laps, check in. We got Cody in the 2 and Kevin Gatton in the 1.
Kevin Gatton.
All right, back straight is closed. Back straight is closed. Thanks, Aaron. All right, 7-minute main coming at you here. 7 minutes of modified madness. And it is no holds barred, so do what you got to do except for skipping the track. Marshall's ready, driver's ready. Let's get it on. Sound of the tone. Gatton hanging on that whole shot. Oh, Cody bonks it into that bull turn. He's got to get Marshall already. He was wanting to stay as close as he could to Gatton. It didn't happen, but there are 7 minutes in this main, so anything could happen here. One thing I've learned racing mod is that a couple series of unfortunate accidents and your spot is gone in a heartbeat. There goes Gatton by the start-finish line. And there's Cody by the start-finish line. 4.1 separates the two. Up next is our 21.5 B main with Phil Rowan sitting in that BQ spot. Oh, there it is. Gatton gets it wrong on the bull turn. That's going to allow Cody to put the squeeze on him. Wasn't quite close enough to capitalize, but he was able to make up quite a bit of time on that mistake. So there they both are coming off that back area under the chicane and onto the straightaway. Oh, and there goes Cody out of the stadium. I think if it goes out of the stadium, you can keep it if you catch it. Kevin Gatton stretching out his lead. He's way out there. He's got about looks like about a half a lap lead there as he works his way through that center section, plays it safe, double single after getting a little squirrely over that first double. By the start finish line he goes. Cody spins it around coming onto that straightaway. 2.5 in, 4.5 to go. Anything can happen though. We saw several cars break out on that last main. All it takes is a mishap from somebody. I don't want to jinx anybody, but that could knock you out. Three in, 4 to go. Kevin Gown now top. Cody in the 2. Cody doing some stunts going on in that rumble section. Gets marshaled out by Leah. Leah is one of our staples in volunteer marshal, so thank her very much for sacrificing her time and going out and turning over cars. That helps us out greatly. Gatton putting a lap on the field. It's still Gatton and Cody, 3:48 down, 3:12 to go. Coming up is going to be our 21.5 B main event. We'll take a ride with our leader. By the start finish line, he goes up over that tabletop, nice and smooth, lands a downside over the rumble strip through the chicane, up onto that step down the straightaway he goes, through the sweeper, double, triple, through the bull turn he goes, off that kicker and over the floater. As a lap with our leader in the white, purple, and green Associated B63 on the pro line. S3 Life. Reedy Power, I'm sure. And then we got Cody rocking the Associated B6.3 as
left.
well. We had a pretty good complement of TLR drivers on Wednesday, but they didn't want any of the Saturday smoke. So they took a knee. So it's the Associated show for the two-wheel mod madness here with 1:45 left. There goes Gatton by the start finish. Cody over that kicker and then following up on that floater. Over the tabletop he goes. He goes on top of the tabletop. The debate is still out on which is better, hitting the top of the tabletop or downsiding. $1:15 left, $1:15 left.
One minute left.
Here comes our leader by the start finish line with 40 seconds left, 40 seconds left. Of course, the one time I put Mod up front, Gatton's sticking around for 17.5. Oh, Cody parks it into a pipe, has to get marshaled out. Working in that chicane, they're both probably going to get around for one more. Cody trying to send it out of the stadium again. Now they're both working their way through that center section of the track with 5 seconds left, 5 seconds left. And they both get around for that last lap. So that's it. Gatton on his white flag lap going to take the win here. And he broke on the last lap, but he had a couple laps on Cody, so it didn't matter. That is it. That is a race. That is a race. I'll stop. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. If you see a blower in your air, please pick it up and blow off your corners. We're going to need both those drivers and a handful
The race is completed.
of marshals out. Your 21.5 B mains coming at you next. It's a 10-car field. 10 will enter, only 2 will exit victorious with a ticket to the big show. We're going to give Anton and Phil just a moment to get up there because they were nice enough to marshal prior. So we're going to need a handful of volunteer marshals. Handful of volunteer marshals out on the track, please. This is going to be a hotly contested race here, so we're going to need a full complement of marshals. So a handful of marshals, please. You guys can come on out. We're going to need every cone covered. You 21.5 A main drivers, you can roll them out and check them in. It's a 10-car dance. We still need some marshals. We still need marshals out here. Let me get some marshals. Come on out and grab a cone,
45
please.
seconds to the start of the race.
Thank you, Brian Day. Thank you.
Anton Morset. Phil Rowan.
Rich.
Mike Sarra.
Aaron King, thank you.
Mitch Brubaker.
Aaron King's going to
Dave
take
Rosa.
the hot spot. You're
Keith
going to be
Hayter.
busy there, my
30
friend.
seconds
Thank
to the
you
start
for
of the
taking
race.
that. We need still a handful of marshals. Looks like Mark taking that up
Mike
there.
Baxter.
We need one underneath
Phil
the
Gordon.
driver's stand. So just one more volunteer marshal underneath the driver's stand. All right, no one else down the straightaway. No one else down the straightaway. In the 10, Carlos E. In the 9,
15
Dave
seconds to
Rosen
the
in
start
the
of
8,
the race.
Keith Hayter. In the 7, Devin Dodge. In the 6, Mitch Brubaker. In the 5, Mike Baxter. In the 4, Phil Bourbon. In the
Less
3,
than 5.
Mike Sora. In the 2, Anton Morissette. And your BQ for tonight, Phil Rowan. All right, everyone get stacked up. Get stacked up. Looks like we got our marshal squared away. Thank you again for everyone who volunteered. Baxter is in the 5. I think Devin Dodge is taking a scratch, so that 7 spot will remain empty. And then where's Carlos? Carlos leave? All right. All right, gentlemen. Marshals ready, drivers ready. Let's keep it clean. No restarts here. Keep it clean. Single file for the first turn or so. And then let's get it on. At the sound of the tone. All right, decent start, Rosen. Getting the short end of the stick there in that backfield. Looks like we got Philip and Anton out front. And then Sora pushes Anton aside, say, I'll take that 2 spot here. So we got Rowan, Sora, and Anton breaking away just a little bit. Phil Bourbon not letting him get out of sight, though. He's looming in that 4 spot. Then we got Baxter, Chandler. I believe Brubaker and Rosen rounding out the field there. There's our leaders, 1, 2, 3, and 4 off that back triple. Work their way through that center section. It's a 5-minute race. Top 2 advancing to the big show. Oh, no, Phil Rowan gets it wrong, flips it upside down. It's going to have to get marshaled out. That's going to allow 1, 2, and 3 to get by him. So he went from first place down to 4th in a hurry. Sora moves into that 1 spot. And then we got Anton in that 2. Phil Bourbon in the 3, and then Phil Rowan looming in the 4 spot. So Sora now breaking away just a little bit. Anton looking good in his associated B63. Works his way through that rumble strip in the 2 spot. Bourbon giving chase, as is Phil Rowan. Phil Rowan, the only one with the power to get up onto that tabletop there out of that bunch right there. Sora doing his best to check out. Sora's going to be coming up on Mr. Rosen here as they work their way through the rumble strip. And we got Anton and Bourbon and Phil all still scrapping it out for that 2 spot right now. Anton's got the better end of the deal as he comes down the straightaway in his Associated B6 yellow wheels. Push a little bit wide, opens the door a little bit for Bourbon. Bourbon cannot capitalize as they work their way out of that floater double. Phil just looming in the distance. Oh, nice. Anton does a little cartwheel, loses some spots, loses a couple of spots. Bourbon gets it wrong. Phil gets it wrong again. Both of those two go out in the weeds, as does Sora. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a melee going on that straightaway, and now we got Anton Morissette out front, and he has got the biggest lead of the race so far. By the start-finish line, he goes. Man, there was a melee going on there. Chandler somehow found his way into the 2 spot after that kerfuffle going on the straightaway. And I think that was everyone doing it to themselves there. I don't think anybody got into anybody. It was just a mess. So we got Anton out front over the kicker. No, that's Baxter in the 2. Sorry about that. I thought Chandler moved up into the 2. I thought that was Chandler. That is not Chandler. That is Baxter in the red. I apologize. I might have been calling you out as a different car, but Baxter's in the red with the black antenna.
2 minutes
yellow
left.
wheels down the straightaway. He goes in that 2 spot. Phil has found his way back. Sort gets it wrong. He was giving chase to Phil, battling out for that 3 spot, but flipped it around. So now we got Anton out front. Gap 4.3 seconds. Don't let up, though. Stay strong because these guys can charge hard on you. Mike Baxter in that 2 spot. Phil Rowan giving chase. Closing a little bit of distance on that last lap. Anton over the rumble strip through the chicane. Gap was 4.3. Now it is 3.5. Anton just needs to keep a rubber side down with a minute 15 left. Certainly don't rest on your haunches. You're going to start to put down some decent laps here because Baxter and Rowan are hungry. They're going to want to take those spots if they can. Baxter and Rowan. Right now, Baxter's looking good in that 2 spot.
1 minute left.
Closing some distance, but right now he's got a pretty secure spot in that 2 spot with 55 seconds left. Remember, 1 and 2 are going to the main event. Phil on the outside looking in, working his way through the bull turn. Oh, no, and then Baxter gets it upside down, and there goes Rowan by the start-finish line. So Rowan takes over that 2 spot. So Sora in the hunt as well. Looks like Phil and Sora are working their way. So it's 2, 3, and 4 going on to that straightaway. Oh, no, Sora gets it wrong and hooks the pipe. Phil is able to take a sigh of relief, but Baxter's still in the hunt. 25 seconds left. Anton has not lost any distance there. In fact, he gained quite a bit of distance there. He's got a 6-second lead. And Phil Rowan and Baxter going at it. There's Phil Rowan and Baxter going through that chicane. Who wants it? It's anybody's game with 10 seconds left. I don't know if they're going to get around for one more. Anton certainly is. So Anton's going to take his white flag. 2 and 1. It's going to be a race to the finish. Oh, and then Baxter spins wrong on the bull turn. And here comes Phil taking that 2 spot. So it's going to be Anton and Phil taking that spot to the A main. Everyone else, keep going, keep going. Anton, you got to finish out your white flag lap. Everyone keep going. Once you cross the line, you will be done. Phil, you were done. Waiting on Brubaker. And there it is, taking the win. And that first transfer spot, Anton Morissette. Phil Rowan in the 2. You guys make sure you make your proper accommodations for race number 6. But we will need you out here to marshal, so do what you got to do. Stadium Truck, hey man, you guys are coming up next. All those 21.5 drivers, with the exception of, let's have Anton. Let's take the winners, Anton and Phil. Anton and Phil, why don't we have you marshal for another race? We don't need you right now. So get your car squared away. We'll have you marshal later on. We're probably going to need you. So get your car squared away for that A-main. We're going to need all those other 21.5 drivers out on the field. Thanks again to our volunteer marshals. We should not need any for this round here, but okay, Stadium Truck and Short course, go ahead and roll them out and check them in. This is our 7-minute A main. We're going to have Clenshaw in the 5, Mike Baxter in the 4, Nick Bayette in the 3. Hold on. Clenshaw in the 6, Mike Baxter in the 5, Nick Bayette in the 4, Richard Grimm in the 3, Les Anderson in the 2, and our pole sitter,
Kyle Davis.
fastest man on the track right now, Kyle Davis, is going to be in that pole position. We'll get Nick Bayette down the straightaway, and we will close it off. All right, no one else down the straight, no one else down the straight.
Mike Baxter.
We need a marshal underneath the timing and scoring booth and underneath the driver's stand. So we can get 2 marshals out here, please. Nice. Mr. Cross and Mr. King, thank you very much. So 1 underneath the driver's stand and 1 right underneath the scoring and timing booth. All right, are we having issues here? Les, you're going to be in the 2 spot. And then we're going to have Grimm in the 3, Nick Bayette in the 4, Baxter in the 5, and Clenshaw in the 6. Yeah, Richard Grimm, you're in the 3 spot. Nick Bayette's in the 4, Mike Baxter in the 5. We have a short course guy. That's why you guys are just set back 1. That's all. That's all that is. All right, boys, you guys know the drill. Keep it clean. Come out swinging at the sound of the tone. Oh, no, Les Anderson and Grimm both getting it wrong in that center section. Les got the worst of it, though. He dropped all the way back to the end. Kyle Davis checking out early, letting these stadium truck Muppets go at it. Kyle Davis saying, see ya. Richard Grimm getting the better end of the stadium truck start. He's out in the 1. Bayette in the 2. Les Anderson worked his way up a couple spots on that last lap. He's in the 3. He's going to set his sights on Bayette. Oh, Bayette gets a little bit wrong, but Les wasn't quite there, close enough to capitalize. Checked up a little bit, and that allowed Baxter to close in a little bit. Clenshaw still in the hunt as they all come down 2, 3, 4, and 5 down that straightaway through that center section. Kyle Davis checking out right now. Richard Grimm trying to follow in kind. He wants to check out as well because he knows there are some guys in this class that can surely catch up and take advantage. Nick Bayette gets it wrong. It's a drag race between Bayette and Baxter. Baxter wins the drag race, works his way through that center section into that 2 spot for Stadium Truck. Oh, and then he puts it upside down. Nick Bayette gets around. Oh, no, and Marshall, yeah, they got to wait for those other cars coming in hot to get around, unfortunately. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So Davis still out in the 1. Grimm still on the 1 for the Stadium Truck. Bayette still found his way into that 2 spot. Les working his way up into that 3 spot. Kyle Davis is getting around some lap traffic. I'm going to let him sort that out on his own because he is probably going to put a lap on the field here, maybe 2 with this 7-minute main. I'll let those gentlemen work that out on their own. I don't need to call that out. He's so far ahead. Watch going on the straightaway. Mark is on his feet. Those lights are flashing on those shoes as he goes out and gets Baxter righted. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Clenshaw moved up into that 3 spot for Stadium Truck. Scratch that 4 spot. So right now, Stadium Truck is Grimm, Bayette, Anderson, Clenshaw, and Baxter. Let's take a look. Oh, no, Grimm gets it upside down. Mr. Grimm in the maroon white wheel, T6, working his way down the straightaway. Got it wrong. That allowed Nick Bayette to close the gap. Les Anderson in the hunt as well. Clenshaw gets it wrong going on that straightaway. He's going to have to get marshaled out. That's like Baxter to close the gap a little bit. And Baxter puts it over the pipe trying to get around Clenshaw. Doesn't work out. So he's unable to capitalize and take over that spot. But that is Grimm working with you, Baxter. That's the leader. So Grimm, after checking out early on, is now finding Bayette breathing down his neck here. It's a long race. It's a long race. We are 3:15 in, 3:45 to go. And we got Les trying to find his pace. He wants to get in that hunt. They are not that far off, though. They got a bit of a gap, but there's still plenty of time to close it. Oh, Bayette gets it wrong. Going through that bull turn. So after this race, we're going to be putting water down, and water will take us to the end of the night. All right, so it looks like Bayette had an unfortunate mistake, and now Les is on his heels. Now it's Bayette and Les going at it, going onto the straightaway for that number 2 spot. Battling it out through that center section. Les finding his pace. Nick Bayette had an unfortunate mishap that allowed him to catch up. Now that he sees him, mouth is starting to water. As Grimm enjoying a nice, healthy lead right now. Not as healthy as Kyle Davis, who's put a full lap on the field here with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Les goes to the inside and takes over that 2 spot from Nick Bayette through that bull turn. So there they go by the start-finish line up on that tabletop. And then Les gets around coming off the tabletop. And Nick gets around. So it's Nick and Les going at it nice and clean. This is good driving, boys. They both get squirrely coming down the straightaway.
2 minutes left.
Nick's able to stay out front as they work their way through that center section. Double single they go through the bull turn. Minute 52. Off that blower there, off that roller. Through the rumble strip, down the chicane they go. They are both working nice and smooth and clean. They're not letting one another get out of their reach. Nick wants to pull away. Les doesn't want him to. Les wants that spot. So they're each gaining and losing ground on second parts. Mr. Baxter, that's 2 and 3 going at it. And it looks like Bayette got it just a little bit wrong. Les got in the back of him, but that was not Les's fault there, as he did his best to avoid the collision. So Les moves into the 2. Bayette drops to the 3, and then Les tries to kiss the pipe and make it a little interesting. Doesn't lose too much time, though, so Les has found his way into the 2. Oh, no, Grimm gets tangled up with the Marshall. Marshall trying to help him out.
1 minute left.
Heads up there, Mark. All right, Mark gets clear. So Grimm falling back a little bit. That's going to let Les and Nick close in just a little bit. So we'll see what happens here as we are working on our last 45 seconds. As Les is going to have to work his way through traffic, as will Nick. Les takes the slow route. Nick takes the huge route. It somewhat paid off. It did pay off because now he's on the back door. Les Anderson. Baxter gets around in that center section. Oh, no, then Nick puts it in the weeds. That's going to let Les breathe a little sigh of relief. I don't think he's going to breathe a sigh of relief, though. I think he's going to go guns hot, try to see if he can catch down Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm's quite a ways out there, though, right now after that little mishap there with less than 8 on the clock there. 2 and 1. That is going to be it. That is going to be it. You'll be done when you cross the line. Nick's going to have to settle for the number 3 spot. Kyle Davis taking the win. Dominating the dojo, and here comes your winner, Richard Grimm, by the start-finish line. Les Anderson. Oh, nice one, Grimm. Grimm deletes a wheel, but he's already won, so did that at the right time, and that is a race. That is a race. All stop, all stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers.
The race is completed.
Taking the win, Kyle Davis. Taking the win for Stadium Truck, Richard Grimm, and the 2, Les Anderson, and the 3, Nick Bayette. Race number 6, 21.5 A main is going to be coming up after a little bit of water.
Phil McCracken. Mike Caller. Leah Anderson. Maverick. Randy Cole. Leigh Anderson. Phil Rowan.
All right, that'll take us to the end. Everyone, we need our some marshals out, please. We need a marshal on cone number 0, cone number 6, and cone number 8. All right, we got Phil Rowan in the 10, Anton in the 9, Phil
Nick
McCracken in the 8, Leah Anderson in the 7, John Marquez
Anton
in the
Morissette.
6. In the 5, Mike Caller. In the 4, Richard Grimm. In the 3, Nick Bayette. In the 2, Les Anderson. And our top qualifier for the night, Randy Cole. All right, back straight is closed. Back straight is closed. Let's get them gridded up. We will need marshals out. Let's see. We need one on cone number 6 in the center section. That's going to be a busy spot there. Cone number 6 in that center section. We have someone pop on out there. We can also get one on cone number 0 off the end of the straightaway. We're going to need a handful of marshals. I know there aren't a lot out there, out in the pits, but if you wouldn't mind coming out and grabbing a pits marshal spot, it would be appreciated. So we can get this race underway. We need one in the center section on cone number 6. Thank you very much. We need one on cone number 0 and number 8. All right, sir. Can I just have you right over here on cone 0? Yeah, just right off the end of the straightaway. That can get a little rough and tumble there. All right, no John Marquez. No John Marquez. All right. All right, you're welcome to scoot up if you want. Oh, yeah, we need one in the chicane, cone number 1. We need a volunteer marshal out in the chicane, cone number 1. It's a pretty easy marshaling position. Can we get one guy out there, please? One guy out there. Mr. Clenshaw, will you just go to cone number 1 and I'll just hop down here and take this one? Yeah, just straight across, yeah. All right. We are cocked, locked, and ready to rock. Let's keep it clean. We're going racing at the sound of the tone. All right, fairly clean start. I know you guys are going to be scrapping over here with this floater double. You guys actually made it through there pretty good. I think Les Anderson came out smelling like roses on the other side. Bayette gets a little bit of wrong and almost collects Cole, but they're able to keep it together there. Cole gets about in the deal as they go wheel-to-wheel action to that center section. He's going to drop down pretty far. Les Anderson reaping all the benefits of the close action racing from everyone else. Les looking good. He's got a straightaway lead over Nick Bayette in the 2. Oh, no, and then 3 and 4 get it wrong going on that straightaway. He's got to get marshaled out by Mark. That was both. Oh, no, it wasn't both. It was Caller and someone else. I'm not sure who that is. Then it looks like we got Grimm in the 3. So after several laps, 1 minute in, our 7-minute main, Les Anderson out front, Nick Bayette in the 2, Richard Grimm in the 3, Randy Cole finds his way back up into the 4th spot after that unfortunate mishap. Phil in the 5, Caller in the 6, Leah Anderson, Phil Rowan, and Morissette rounding out the field. We got a battle going on in the back end, though, between several people. Oh, no, Grimm gets it wrong going to that rumble strip. He was holding strong in that 3 spot, I think. Not sure what happened. Then Cole gets it wrong. Someone's not sounding good over there. I don't know if that was a wing scraping or gear mesh. Sounds like gear mesh. If I'm not mistaken, that is. I'm not going to say who because I don't want them to. I want to say Cole. Sorry, Cole, but I think that's your car. Maybe it's Caller's. I don't know. All right, so where are we at? 2 minutes in, 5 to go. 2 minutes in, 5 to go. Les Anderson out front. Nick Bayette in the 2. Richard Grimm holding strong in that 3 spot. Randy Cole and Caller giving chase. Leah Anderson, Phil McCracken, and then Phil Rowan in the 8. Anton Morissette rounding out the field. Anton's about to pick up a spot, though, because someone just got it wrong and had to get marshaled out. That's going to be your leader right behind you. That is going to be your leader right behind you. I'm not sure who that is. I think that might be Phil. I'm not sure. And it was, and no harm, no foul, race on. That was the leader getting around. He's going to have, he's got Anton in his sights, and that is confirmed. That is Randy Cole's car. Not sounding good on a long main. He's got 4 minutes left. He's going to have to baby that thing if he wants to last. So we got Les Anderson out front. 3.5 second lead right now, working his way through lap traffic here. All right, Chitty Chitty Bang Bangs holding together so far. 3.5 in, 3.5 to go. Not only is Cole keeping it together, but he is he's going to fight it out here. He's fighting it out for the 3 spot right now. He goes inside of Grimm, and then Grimm answers back. They both touch going through that center section. Wheel-to-wheel action. Cole comes out victorious. So Chitty Chitty Bang Bang still got her where it counts there. He moves in that 3 spot, but Grimm's going to take advantage. She is a wolf, just zeroing in on the wounded animal. Ready to pounce as soon as he gets too weak. He's going to go for the jugular. So we got number 3 coming around. I'll thank you very much, Anton. There's Les off that straightaway. Still working his way. He's got 2.6. Where the heck did Bayette come from? Where is Bayette at? Bayette ran into some trouble. Grimm and Cole, I believe, got around. We'll see what happens when they come by the start-finish line. Nick, Bayette had a bad one. I'm sorry, I didn't see what happened there. So right now, Les Anderson enjoying a 6.6 second lead over the second. Oh, and Cole battling it out for that 2 spot. Gets it wrong. Oh, and then we got Mark out there doing his best to get people going. And hilarity ensues. Somebody got the worst end of the deal there. Grimm moves back up into the 2 spot. I am impressed. I'm surprised it is still running. Holding together with gum and duct tape at this point. But he's going to set his sights back on Grimm as they work their way through the bull turn. Grimm and the brown over the floater with Cole in tow. Make sure we keep everything clean and square as we go through the chicane. Right now, it is Grimm holding off Cole. Oh, then Grimm gets it wrong, and Cole's able to get in the back of him. Luckily, Cole finally gets the better end of the stick when they come together, and he moves back around to that 2 spot. So there he is. Leah, that's 2 and 3 working with you there. Thank you very much, dear. Game on, game on. So Chitty Chitty Bang Bangs up to the 2 spot. Oh, no, and then Grimm gets it wrong. That's going to allow Nick Bayette to get back around to that 3 spot. Mark doing his best. Watch going on to the straight. Better baby that thing, brother. You got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. And we got Les Anderson with one arm out the window.
1 minute left.
Cranking some, I don't know, Leonard Skinner or something. He down the straightaway he goes. He's coming up on Anton, but Anton knows what to do because he is a gentleman, a scholar, and man of leisure. There goes Les by the start-finish line. 42 seconds left. Cole in the 2. Nick, oh, Grimm's back up there. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, that's Caller. That's what I'm seeing. I'm sorry. I got a little mixed up there. Caller and, I'm sorry, Rowan and Cole look the same, but we got a battle here coming down the straight. Oh, no, that's lap traffic. I thought that was Bayette. So Cole's holding strong in that 2 spot with 13 seconds left. I'm glad I didn't put a wager on this bet because I never would have guessed Cole would have made it by with 5 seconds left. 5 seconds left. We're going to see if our 3rd place driver can get around. Oh, he tries his best, but comes up short. Richard Grimm got you at the line. You're going to have to settle for 3. So it's going to be Les Anderson taking the W as he comes around down the straightaway. Cole with old Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is going to come around and hold on to that 2 spot. So even though he sounds like garbage the whole race, he found himself in the 2 spot. Well done. That is a race. That is a race. I'll stop. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers.
The race is completed.
Brett, you in the house? Brett's in the house. All right. 17.5 A-Mains coming at you next.
Jimmy left.
All right, blowers down, blowers down.
Rich Williams.
All right, go ahead and roll them out.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Richard Brody. Kevin Gatton. Been there, done that. Thomas Erb. Willie Amos Smith.
All right,
Alan
straightaway is
Dreedy.
closed. Go ahead and line them up on the straightaway.
Aaron Brown. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Aaron King. Randy Locken.
All right, Aaron Brown in the 1, Brian in 2, Kevin,
15 seconds to the
Thomas,
start of the race.
Richard, James, Willie, Alan, Rich, Aaron, and Randy.
Less than 5.
All right. Thank you, Mark. All right. Going live at the sound of the tone. What's going on up there? Oh, yeah. Can I get a volunteer marshal in the triple, please? I don't want him in the middle. Oh, we got one coming up here. Thank you very much. All right. Now we're ready to go at the start of the tone. And we're off. Aaron Brown getting out clean, out in first. Brian Day right on his tail. A little bit of a rough start there, but not too bad. All right, coming on to the straightaway. Looks like we got Aaron, Kevin, and Brody out there in first. Aaron coming off with a nice tumble, looking like a gymnast out there. Drebby sticking it upside down in the rhythm section. So watch the straightaway, caution on the straightaway, and clear. Another one coming in with a big old twist over the finish line. I believe that was Kevin Gatton. He is our leader, followed by Richard Brody, Aaron Brown, and Willie in the 4. Leffler in the 5, Day in the 6, Locken, Williams, Erb, Drebby, and King bringing up the rear. Get a little squirrely on the straightaway. Watch that on the straightaway and clear. Straightaway, clear. Kevin's still in your first spot. Brown right on his tail, only a second behind him. Kevin's out there with your fast lap, 18-1 so far, running a 24-707 with this extended race period. Drebby also going for a tumble coming across that finish line. We're keeping Phil on his feet over in this corner. Gatton still out in front, followed by Aaron and Brody. Kevin now taking over your lead above Aaron. Brody still in the 3 spot, followed by Day, Amos, Smith, Locken, Williams, Erb, Leffler, Drebby, King. Caution, top of the hill, and it is clear. Thank you very much there. Really close race between Willie and Richard Brody. They are only separated by 1/2 of a second. James, you're right in the middle between first and second. Please hold your line. That works too. Caution going in that bull turn. Caution the bull turn, and it clear, self-marshaling. Got Kevin in the 1, Aaron in the 2, Willie in the 3, Day, Brody, Locken. That's your top 6. Gatton and Brown going at it real close.
Two minutes left.
Watching the bull turn, go inside on the bull turn and clear. And Aaron getting past Kevin there, getting a little bit loose. Aaron using that front bumper to get his way by. He is not taking no for an answer this weekend. That is the race to watch coming across the line here. Aaron Brown, Kevin Gatton. Willie Amos right there trying to get his nose into that race as well. A little bit farther back in the pack, Brody and Locken going at it. They're having
1
a
minute
pretty
left.
good race as well. There you go. 1 minute left on the clock. You got Aaron Brown in the 1, Kevin still chomping at the bit in number 2, Willie, Richard, Randy, James. Looks like Brian Day is out for the count. Aaron King's going to get by him here in one more lap. Caution the bull turn. And clear. Caution coming on the straightaway. That's Kevin in the 2 spot. Watching the triple. And clear. With that bobble, that's going to put Kevin a little farther back. He's still got the 2 spot, though. Caution coming over the rumble strips. That's time on the clock. Who's going to get it? They are going for it all the way across the line. Aaron's getting the win. Kevin not quite there, even though he sent it at the very end. Willie, you're done. Richard, you're done. Randy's done. Waiting on Thomas. And that is a race. No more laps, please. Finishing order there is going to be Aaron, Kevin, Willie, Richard, Randy, Thomas, James, Rich, Alan, and Aaron. Brian Day unfortunately breaking out. There's always next weekend.
The race is completed.
All right, 17.5 A-main drivers, we need you out. Guys, go ahead and roll them out, check them in. Roll them out, check them in, roll them out, check them in. 13.5 A-main coming at you. Brett Kaiser in the 8, Brian Day in the 7, McConnell in the 6, Nick Bayette in the 5, Brian Cross in the 4, Alan Drebby in the 3, Rich Williams in the 1, and our top qualifier
Alan
for
Drebby.
today is Richard Brody.
Brian Cross. Rich Williams.
We'll give Brody just a little bit. He was going back to back. We're going
Press
to need Marshall underneath the timing scoring booth. Oh, like so we got Marshall's out here. We got Aaron coming out, and just underneath, right over here, Willie.
1
or
minute to the
Aaron,
start of the
whoever
race.
Wants it. All right, Brody and Cross, you're the last one down the straight. No one else down the straight. No one else down the straight. Grid them up. Grid them up.
45 seconds to
Kaiser
the start
in
of the
the
race.
Day in the 7. McConnell in the 6. Bay in the 5. Cross in
Richard
the 4.
Brody.
Drebby in the 3. Williams in the 2. And Brody in the pole position.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, gents.
15 seconds to the start
Ready
of the
to
race.
kick the tires and light the fires here. Marshall's on your toes. Let's keep it clean. And let's get it on to the sound of the tone. Drebby grabbing a handful of trigger off that start, spins it out a little bit, but loses nothing until he comes in hot into the loving arms of Aaron Brown. Brody and Williams doing a little breakaway dance. Cross trying to keep him in his sights. Then we got Bayette, Drebby, and Kaiser. Oh, Drebby spins it around wrong. He's going to fall to that last spot. So we still got Brody. Williams doing everything he can to make sure he doesn't let Brody out of his sights. As they work their way through that bull turn, they break away a little bit from Cross. Then we got Bayette in the 4. Kaiser moved up into the 5. Drebby rounding out the field, comes in hot and overtakes Kaiser through that bull turn. So now he moves up a spot. Drebby's up to the 5. Bayette bonks it through the rumble section. Nice boys, nice boys. Working it out on your own. That's what I like to see. Brody breaking away just a tad. Rich Williams still strong in that 2 spot. Yeah, everyone's coming in hot by the start-finish line. It looks like Bayette's coming up dead. Bayette's going to have to throw in the towel. Oh, there goes Cross getting wrong. Come by the start-finish line. Let's see how that hashed out. We still got Brody in the 1, Williams in the 2. Brian Cross still hanging on to that 3 spot. Brett Kaiser moved his way into the 4 spot. Oh, no. Cross trying the tripod on the suspension system. That's not going to work out very well for him because Brett Kaiser is licking his chops. He sees a wounded animal going down the straightaway. Cross is going to do what he can. There's a lot of time left. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Oh, and then Brett puts it upside down. Yeah. Brian Cross is going to experience the longest 5 minutes of his life. Brett just toying with him at this point. Brett's rolling it over a few times, letting him get away from him a little bit. I think Drebby moved up a little bit, but then he put it upside down. So Brody gets around to 3rd place. The old tripod of Brian Cross. Might have been his nickname in high school. I don't know. Now he's going to throw in the towel. Smart move, smart move. That's a long race to go. Driving like that, it's better to save your car. So Brian Cross throws in the towel after a unfortunate break. Nick Bayette out early with an unfortunate break. So we only got 4 drivers left on the field with 4 minutes left. Our closest battle is going to be the 3-4 spot between Kaiser and Drebby. Those guys keep swapping back and forth. Rich Williams with a healthy 2-spot lead. Oh, scratch that. What happened? Rich Williams got out front. I'm showing Rich Williams out front. Is that not correct? All right, so I'm getting breaking news from the stand that it's Richard Brody out front, which it should be. even though he just put it upside down. We'll get that fixed, so must missed you a lap there because we got Richard Brody out front. And Rich Williams not too far off the back door. Looks like Brett and Drebby have separated themselves. Drebby, with the better end of the deal, moves into that 3 spot. Someone put it upside down the bull. I think that was our leader. It was Richard Brody coming across the start finish line. He goes. All right, I think I got it squared away now. All right, 13-5 Sportsman. You guys are going to be the last race coming up here in 2 minutes. So with 2 minutes left, we got Brody way out front.
2 minutes left.
Joining a 10-second lead over Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams has got a huge lead over third place by about 20 seconds. Drebby and Kaiser are the closest battle here. But right now, I think Drebby may be coming around to put a lap on old Brett. Brett doing everything he can to break his car. So he went for a ride on the wall there. All right, so no close racing right now. Brett checking in for a pit stop, getting some racing tips from Willie. He's back up and going. So minute 13 left. Take a lap with Brody's comes down. Richard Brody down the straightaway. He goes through the sweeper. Over the double, clears that triple with ease. Through the bull turn, over the kicker.
1 minute left.
Airs it over that floater by the start-finish line. He goes. Rich Williams in the 2 over that kicker. Airs it out over the floater by the start-finish line. He goes. 45 seconds left through that rumble strip and into the chicane with his Losi 22X4. Brody dominating the dojo with his Associated B74, all gold and yellow wheels. Twenty-five seconds left. All right, 20 seconds left. Brody might get around for one more. He probably will, as long as he puts down a mediocre lap here. Over the triple he goes with less than 5. And he makes it across for his white flag lap. That is it. I'll stop. Brett Kaiser landed in the 4 spot. Here comes Rich Williams taking over that 2 spot. Drebby in the 3. And then we got Richard Brody trying to break it in the bull turn. Over that kicker, over the floater, and across the start finish line. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. We're going to need all you drivers plus several more out on the field. All right, where are our sportsman drivers at? I see Phil out here. Where's Aaron King and Anton? I think, it's going to be a 3-car dance here. 3-car dance. 7 minutes to hash it out. You can go ahead and throw it down. You guys can roll them out, check them in. We will need a handful of marshals out here, please. Handful of marshals. This will be our last main for the night. Sorry, I tried to time it so we'd have more, but a lot of our expert guys took off. Leah's going to help out. Nice, thank you very much. Willie's going to hang out.
1 minute to the start of the race.
There's Drebby, Rich Williams hopping on up. All right, you 13-5 drivers, you can roll them out and check them in. Where's Aaron King at?
Easy. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
Easy. Let's get all three of these cars. Oh, no, Anton.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Yes, if you have a
15
tab
seconds to the
open,
start of the
please
race.
go into the store and close it out. Hey, Brett, can you come here?
Less than 5.
What do you want? Give me a hot micin'. What do you think there? No go? All right, anyone want to, all right, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask. Anton running into some bad luck. All right, Aaron King and Phil Bourbon. Go ahead and roll them out, check them in. So after Anton put in work, getting that TQ spot, going to have to throw in the towel. All right, grid them up, grid them up. We got a 7-minute main. Unless someone breaks early. Someone breaks early, it'll end early. So let's get him on the grid. We're going to have Phil Bourbon in the 1 and Aaron King in the 2. Thanks again to our marshals. Hope you had a good time. Pretty chill Saturday racing. Sure you drive home safe. No, Brian Day ain't going anywhere until I'm done. So he wants to hitchhike. All right, let's get him on the grid. Let's get him on the grid. All right. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Let's go at the sound of the tone. All right, it's the Bourbon King dance. Bourbon gets it wrong. That allows King to move to the 1, so it's the yoke of Aaron King out front, followed by the associated ride of Phil Bourbon. They work their way through that chicane in the opening turns. King gets it wrong, has to get marshaled out. And there is Mark to help him out. Mark's been a staple over there in that corner. So plenty of time left in the race, plenty of time left in the race. Anything can happen. Right now, Bourbon's enjoying that lead. Bourbon's through that center triple. Now King's through that center triple. Bourbon by the start finish. Gap was 4.2. It is now 5.5, so he's stretching out just a little bit. Capitalizing on a couple mistakes from Aaron King. Bourbon cashing in a couple of those lead seconds, getting it wrong in the pipes. He's going to have to cash in a few more there. 5.5 separated them. We will see where they're at right now. It was 8.9, but we had some mistakes there, so it's probably going to close the gap as long as Aaron King throws down a clean lap here. All right, this will square us away. And then King gets it wrong, spins it around, lands on his feet. By the start finish line, he goes. Bourbon down the straightaway as Aaron works his way through the chicane. 2 minutes in, 5 to go. Seems like every time Phil makes a mistake, Aaron answers in kind. Gets a mistake of his own, so no one's really pulling away or closing the gap at all. So over the floater by the start finish line goes Phil Bourbon, 7.3. King over that floater double by the start finish line. So Phil stretching out just a little bit now. He's got a 9-second lead on the second place of Aaron King. Both these cars staying together, though. They want to get all 7 minutes of their A main in. And if you have a tab, please go inside and square it away, please. If you have a tab, go inside and get squared away. We will not be having any practice afterwards. We're going to shut it down. So once this race is done, no need to blow off the track. Pack up your stuff and go home and spend some time with family, friends, or by yourself, whatever you want to do. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We usually get out of here a little after 7 or so. All right, halfway down, halfway to go. Phil enjoying a 10.8 second lead here. It's like he's stretching out a little bit. Three minutes to go. I've never seen a more chill group of marshals out here. Everyone's just kicking back and relaxing. These boys keeping a rubber side down. That's a good sign. There goes King by the start finish line in that 2 spot, holding strong. No one's in the hunt because no one else is on the track. And there's Bourbon by the start finish line. Rolls it over in that chicane. Gets uprighted by Willie. All right, as the closing minutes are creeping in, so is fatigue from our drivers. Cars are getting a little blurry.
2 minutes left.
Arms getting a little heavy. Mistakes are being made. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. There goes your leader. Phil Bourbon by the start finish line. Gets it wrong into that tabletop section. Is able to ride himself. We'll put the damage to the track on your tab there. Just kidding. Rich Williams got it squared away. Oh, lawn darts it. Center triple. He is back on his feet. Over that floater by the start finish line he goes. Gap was 12.6 there. I'm interested to see what it is right here when King goes by. The gap has been halved. Only 6 seconds separate the two now. So fatigue wearing in here with 62 seconds left.
1 minute left.
Let's see who can buckle down and keep it together. Phil through that rumble section, through the chicane he goes. Aaron King by the start finish line. 6.5 separates the two. Still a pretty hefty gap. It's going to take a pretty big mess up to lose that with 39 seconds left. Phil playing it nice and safe. Just trying to keep it in the center of the track right now. Not trying to do anything crazy. Trying to reestablish his gap. He bumped it up to 7.5. 13 seconds left. This is going to be it. This will be it. Phil flips it over, but lands on his feet. Comes down the straightaway. And that is a race. That is a race. So when you cross the line, you will be done. So Phil coming across, taking that checker flag. And in the 2, Aaron King. Taking that 2 spot. All right, I'll stop. Track is closed. Thanks again for everybody coming out. Make sure you clean up your pit areas. Have a safe drive home.
The race is completed.